Okay, welcome everybody. 321 here. I owe you guys a debriefing. So that's what this is. This is actually a debriefing for the Saturn V. The previous video right before this one was my mighty Saturn V launch. It was slow motion with narration. People seem to like the no sound. So I'm probably keep that going for a little while. I'm gonna try to have the takeoff with sound, and then we're just gonna cut the slow motion so you can enjoy the launch and see everything that's happening. So this was that flight. This is the rocket after that flight. Now, since that flight, I have made the repairs. If you saw that flight, you'll notice tower got broken and the rocket got, this retro rocket got loose. So it's all fixed up now, and I glued the tower back on. So it's all good to go. I used epoxy just a little. You can see right crack there and crack there. It stayed attached, but it got broken. So that is all back up. And the floor, this bulkhead, this plate, I'll call this a plate right there, the second stage, upper stage plate is replaced with a nice thick piece of cardboard. And I can still get in here if I want to put another payload in there or something. I just had it in there. I had the altimeter was in here, had it wrapped up. And one subscriber, I forget the guy's name, but he had a great idea. Wrap it in a bright color ribbon, or even attach a little piece of streamer material. I have this right here. That is a good idea. After it's wrapped, just put a little, it's just have this attached to it. Right now, my altimeter has a piece of like material like that. So if it do wind up coming out, and that's good for cameras or anything. Well, the cameras are normally, they mount it with tape. So from now on, I'm going to make sure I don't forget the tape, which I did forget tape again recently, but it didn't come off. So, but having some bright color on anything you use out there in any of these fields is a great idea. So that was a good idea. He was saying to wrap it. So I'll have a piece of this kind of like bright material because it sticks out and you'll be able to spot it in the field if it comes out. That was just it was just a weird situation that this got. I guess ejection charge fired. I'm thinking it just busted it apart. I didn't find this again. It was gone. And I just wound up just cutting a new piece of thicker cardboard, and I put that little bulkhead in there. So parachute was good. Everything was good. This came down sideways. I kind of wish it was a way to get it to come down. They come down like this, and it hits, it breaks. I wish it was a way to have it angled up like that. I checked, but I didn't see a way, because if you angle it up, then you can't get a part of the cord in there that is important. I just forget how it worked, but I couldn't. It's better like this. This is the perfect length for it. When it's canted too far forward, you can't get it in there perfect. It's weird to describe, but it didn't work out well. I just had to leave it the way it was as it came from the factory. And the other thing, everything was cool. The body, this whole section, like I said, these fins to me are kind of flimsy. They're vacuum formed, but they survived. Everything survived. Remember, the old launches of my Saturn V, I had the 3D printed fins. They were a little bit heavier, made it tail heavy. And it just flew weird. I just didn't get it. Needed the center of gravity. It was just weird. But this worked out perfect. And a few people have mentioned how far up the motor is recessed in there. Yes, it is. It's pretty deep in there. You can see it right there. The motor tube is pretty far up in there. I'm gonna actually get a ruler and measure how deep it is. But it's built per the instructions, and that's the way it is, because you have the reason that it's that far up in there is because you have their display nozzles. See, these display nozzles, they sit right on the edge of, let me move this back a little. Yeah, they sit on the edge right here. There's a little groove right here where they rest on, and this display nozzle goes in here. I'm not even sure if this one will fit anymore. Oh yeah, well, it'll fit. You get the point. I'm not gonna get it all in there like perfect, like on screen, but it should go in. It should go in there. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, yeah, you get your display nozzles, they go in there like that. So you can display it with these on there. Like just like that. Perfect. I got that in there. And they seat right on the edge of that lip that's in there. Then you have all 5 of the motors. But those big F1 engines, now I'm gonna get it stuck. Yeah, it should be fine. Maybe tug a little. There we go. I don't really display it like that. I just have it sitting on the floor, because like I said, it's a flyer. I don't really display. If I wanted to display one, I would get the Revell super accurate Saturn V if I wanted to display one. But anyway, these one change I made since that flight was I painted the fins silver. I'm gonna go back again because I gotta get closer to the edge, and I'm gonna put the numbers on there. Each of these fin sides, they're all numbered, so I'm gonna do that. You can see previous damage right here. But this is a flyer. This is a flyer. I know now that flying in the desert, you're not gonna keep these, or flying rockets period, you're not gonna keep them. They're not gonna be perfect. I just say if you want Shelf Queens, fly it once. If it survive, go on and put it up. I don't mind that, but for the most part, this is going to become a flyer. And another thing was in the way the parachutes are attached. Someone had mentioned in the comments of the last video, yeah, they're just attached the regular way. There's two. They're spread across from each other, like 180 degrees apart, directly across from each other. With shock cords, I think I lined this with a little epoxy. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, this green cord is here and this green cord is there. Just right across from each other, and they made that big, nice Y shape when it launched. I see a piece of, yeah, there it is, some old charred wadding in there. But yeah, it was just a great, great flight. On the E20 motor, and the motor that I used is right here. It's an Aerotech single-use E20. I thought about a reload, a F-24. I've seen one years ago fly on the F-24, and it roared off the pad. It was nice. It was a nice, fast flight. This was years ago at the Maryland Delaware Rocketry Association, MDRA. I used to fly over there. So, but yeah, this E20-4 is perfect. And I have nose weight. There is some clay up in here in this section. Put a nice amount. Remember, you want the weight up top, push weight. It's better to push the weight than have weight down low. So it was a great flight. I will take that any day of the week. If I have another one like that, that was a perfect flight. It went high, 344 feet or so, it said on the altimeter, and it was just a great flight. And other than that, Saturn V, here's the other Estes one you can get. You can get this one. It's in a 29 millimeter now, but if you have the older one, E20 motor, but the newer ones, they're flying on the bigger, the F-15s and stuff. But here's the ready to fly one. If you just want a Saturn just to fly, this is the one that's ready to fly, all plastic, and it's lined with tube, like regular body tube. Screw on the plastic fins and you go. These don't have plastic fins. Just fly on the fins, just as the real one. And here's another Saturn I have. This is the Micromax version. I've never launched a Micromax, but I may have to fly these one day. You can fly these right in the park. These are super small, tiny. They fly on tiny little motors. I gotta find some. So I have this. I have this Space Shuttle, also Micromax. They also make a SR-71 Blackbird, which I don't have. I'm dropping that. And I have this one. I have this one as well. It was given to me. It's the Little Joe Micromax. So a few Micromaxes, just drifting off into another subject now, but you get the point. This is mainly a debriefing about the mighty Saturn V. Great, great flight. So I will be flying this again. You'll see it flying again here soon. Been super hot. The summer here is killer in Arizona. I mean, we are hitting 110s and 113s like this whole week. This week it's been super hot and going to be super hot next week. So can't wait for the winter to get back so I can really go out there and fly more. But thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I owed you guys this debriefing, so there you go. Enjoy the rest of your day. SmileRocks321. Drop a comment. Check the links below. Support the channel any way you can. Use the discount code over Estes. It is IN_321. Go put some stuff in your cart. And I appreciate it. And thank you. And Estes appreciate it. They are bringing out some kits. You probably saw they just released the Red Max with a 3-engine cluster. 329 mil, I think it's 29s, or yeah, I think they're 329 millimeter cluster version of the Red Max. It's sold out super quick, so keep an eye out for that and use my discount. It's $109. That's a $100 rocket. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. SmileRocks321.